Another big story, of course, impeachment articles will be delivered today over to the Senate for Mayorkas, and Senator Tommy Tuberville will be there. But the Alabama Republican also has a big fight for more transparency surrounding abortions that are being performed at VA clinics. Senator Tuberville introducing a bill known as the VA Abortion Transparency Act, which would require the VA to provide reports on the number of procedures. We're pleased to bring in Senator Tuberville, who also serves on the Senate Armed Services Committee and the Senate Committee on Agriculture, Nutrition, and Forestry. Thank you so much, Senator Tuberville. Pleasure to have you in, sir.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about this bill, the cost of abortions being performed at the VA. You want to make sure it is not being absorbed by American taxpayers here. This is an issue very close to your heart. Where are we at in the process?
Well, the Veterans Health Care Act of 1992 basically says you can't have abortions in the VA, but this administration doesn't listen to the law. They don't go by the law. They don't go by the Constitution. So they changed it and said, we're going to start having abortions in the VA. So I've been asking for the last year about some transparency. How many are you having? Where are you having them? How much is American taxpayers having to pay for abortions, which is illegal, by the way? Can't get anything out of this administration. They don't care about any kind of conversation when it comes to abortion. They don't want anything out there in the public. So the VA Abortion Transparency Act, which we're putting on the floor today, I don't know whether Chuck Schumer will even know it's going to be around his desk, but we're trying to get some kind of way to possibly let the American taxpayers know where their money's going, how many abortions are being done in the VA, which is all illegal. We're not going to have enough jailhouses or courtrooms to put all these Democrats in. They're doing Donald Trump today. I mean, these people are going to be lined up breaking the law after they're run out of office next November.
Also happening today, sir, as you know, the articles of impeachment will be brought over to the Senate where you are. It's scheduled in about exactly 2 hours from now. Chuck Schumer, there's talk he will table this. Mitch McConnell just put out a statement a short time ago here where he says if that motion to table happens, it would defy history. Sir, how do you think this will play out? Will there be a Senate impeachment hearing for Mayorkas?
Never has this happened in the United States Senate or in Congress. If articles come over, the impeachment trial goes on. At 2:15, all Republicans will be on the floor today. We'll be there trying to get a point of order on the floor, but they're not going to let that happen. They're going to vote 51 to 49 to table this, to go to the next bill, forget about this. You know what gets me is they're talking about Iran, they're talking about Ukraine, they're talking about all this other money. They're not talking about helping the American people to the southern border. It's an absolute disgrace. Chuck Schumer is, one day he's after Israel, the next day he's for Israel. I mean, these people they do not have any consistency or any brevity about them in terms of coming and supporting the American people. It's an absolute shame.
You mentioned our southern border, and clearly all the protests we saw erupt at bridges and big places yesterday with a lot of folks that are pro-Palestinian. Have to wonder the concern of exactly who these people are and what they're all doing in the country, if some of them could be some bad actors. Senator Tommy Tuberville, always a pleasure, sir. Appreciate your time to speak about Mayorkas and also your very important bill. We'll continue to follow it, sir. Thank you.